this is Chris Reese for Atlanta Soundworks. Welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday. This is part two of a two-part series on getting back to work in light of COVID-19. So last week we talked about getting them in safely. We talked about things such as the fever sensing kiosk and rapid scanning systems, control mechanisms for controlling who could get in and out of the building. This week we're going to talk about keeping them safe in the building. And it really is about risk management and the documentation surrounding that. You've heard a lot about contact tracking. So I'm going to give you 3 tips that we've gleaned from conversations with clients, CDC recommendations on how to keep them safe while they're in your facility so that you're doing everything that you can to protect both your employees and your guests. So number one, we talked about access control last time, but you've heard this concept, contact tracking. And you really need to be sure that all your systems provide you quick and easy access to determine who's been in and out of your facility, when, and with whom they came into contact. That's going to be very, very, very important as you have incidents that occur within your workspace. You need to be able to access this information. Make sure you have good records from the access control. You know how to access those records. You also know, you may want to think about, if you haven't already, tying your access control into Active Directory or maybe your Google Enterprise Directory so that you can document not only were they in the facility, but they were actually at the following workstation or desk and they logged in and out at these times. Also, guest management. If you're still on paper logbooks, you may want to think about going to electronic guest registration and management systems. They're very inexpensive now, pretty slick, and allow you a great audit trail that you can access quickly. So that's number one, controlling and tracking, contact tracking of who's been in and out of your facility. Also, number two, touchless environments. You may or may not have control over your facility common spaces. If you're in an office park or office building, you don't control what's in that restroom, okay? But if you have control over that, by all means, it's very inexpensive to go to touchless faucets now, touchless soap dispensers, and touchless paper towel dispensers. The fewer things you can require people to touch, the better off you're going to be. Again, you want to be sure that you've got documentation and you're taking all necessary precautions to protect your employees and guests to your facility. You also want to think about touchless rooms. Are your rooms set up so that you have occupancy sensors that are automatically turning on and off the lights, that are automatically activating the technology in those rooms? Once you get in the room, to be able to create a collaborative environment, do you have to pass an HDMI cable around? Maybe transferring things from one person to another, rather than using something like Crestron's Air Media system, where you just install an app on your device and you can cast to that local display. So these are things to think about, creating touchless environments within your facility. And then finally, just the space in general. You've probably been familiar with co-working spaces like WeWork and Regus. Here in Atlanta, we have Roam. And these environments are transferring to the modern workplace with a concept called hoteling. What we're finding is many employers, our clients, are integrating desk areas. Instead of having an assigned desk or assigned workspace, those workspaces are added to the room reservation system, just like you would reserve a conference room. You reserve your workspace, you badge in for the day, they have a record that you were there, you work there in that defined space, you check out, that notifies the custodial staff to come in, sanitize the area, they check it back in, that workspace goes back into the pool. This is a great way to manage that, and it also provides you that documentation trail for any type of contact tracking efforts that you need to do. Also, conference spaces. Watch the size of those conference spaces. Are they set up to where they only allow the recommended number of people into those collaborative environments, with other folks joining in via tools such as Teams or Zoom? COVID-19 has really changed the office landscape, I think, for some time to come, but there's some pretty simple steps that you can take, empowered by some great technology that's become very affordable, to make sure that you're not only protecting your employees and guests to your facility, but you're doing a great job in protecting your organization as well. Love to have a conversation with you about any of the technology mentioned here or any other technology challenges you have. Even if you just want to bounce an idea off of us and get a sanity check, you can always reach out to us, gurus@aswav.com. You can get our website at aswav.com. You can call us 770-716-7400, and we'd love to talk to you. Until next time, this is Chris Reese with Atlanta Soundworks.